Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Call of Duty Warzone on the Xbox Series S, not to be confused with the Xbox One S. This is the current gen console, the cheapest one. So Warzone is not a Series X and S enhanced title, so it's running through backwards compatibility. And the Xbox Series S, if your refresh rate is set to 120 in your Xbox display options, the game will target 120, but if you have 60Hz, the game automatically will keep you at 60 frames per second. So when you're playing at 60Hz, the game will target 1080p, and it stays there basically all the time, locked at 60 frames per second, with some minor dips into the 50s, but that usually happens in the first cinematic before launching, and when you're seeing a replay or something like that, but again, locked to 1080p, I didn't see any blurriness to speak of. Then on the 120Hz mode, which again is not an option in the menus of the game, you need to have 120 set in your Xbox display options. The game will be targeting 120 frames, but it's difficult for it to stay there consistently, especially after you drop from the helicopter. It stays into the 100 frames per second range in those bad moments. And the resolution is not native 1080p, it looks much blurrier after you play the two modes. It's pretty easy to notice the difference. So personally in this case, I'll stay on the 60Hz mode. The 120Hz mode is fine, it's way smoother than the 60Hz mode, but at the same time you get a huge hit on the resolution. And also this game has mouse and keyboard support, so I rather have a consistent frame rates and a higher resolution so I can see those enemies into the distance, which is harder to do on the 120Hz mode, again due to the lower resolution. Enemies into the distance will be more difficult to identify. So yeah guys, that's about it. Hopefully in the future we have a serious enhancement for this title, so it stops running through backwards compatibility. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
I'm moving. Enemy UAV overhead. Mark out, going in. I got movement. Time, scrub the contract. Gas is inbound. Tango front. Safe zone. Watch for it. Enemy UAV overhead.
I got movement.
Teammates in the gulag. If they survive, they can redeploy. Teammates in the gulag. If they survive, they can redeploy. Enemy UAV overhead. Teammates in the gulag. If they survive, they can redeploy. Be advised, your teammate got their
Just
arse
us,
kicked.
mate.
They're
Let's get the
RTB
job
at this
done.
time. Your teammate got a proper sorting. We're sending them home. Enemy UAV overhead.
I'll take
Your teammate is redeployed. Stand by.
Supply run contract here.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Anybody need this?
Copy.
Over there. Let's go. Yeah. Copy.
All right, lads, let's get it done.
Moving here.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
$60. 23. 9. 8. 14. 22. 5. 18. 18. 7. 14. 2. 12. All right. 3. I'll take the wheel. All right.
Hang on here. Hostiles in the area. Hostiles in the area.
Welcome to the Gulag. If you survive, you earn your freedom. You're here and you return to the front line. You lose, your fight is over. You gave them a fucking sword. Stand by for redeployment. Your teammate was sent to the Gulag. They'll fight for a chance to redeploy. Your teammate's done in. They're returning to base.
Eyes on shooter.
Enemy UAV overhead. Losing ground.
I'll take the wheel.
It's all up to you now. Go for the win. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Moving here. Movement! Call for fire. Target's marked.